As soon as we learned that there was a serious fire at the Georgetown prison at about 16:45 hours today, Sunday, troops were deployed from the Ghana Defense Force, special police were deployed from the Ghana Police Force, the fire service was deployed, and of course the prison service responded immediately. So there was immediate response from all four of those services. I was briefed by the Minister of Public Security, and I immediately decided to summon a special meeting of the National Security Committee. At that meeting, of course, we got information from the Director of Prisons, Mr. Gladwin Samuels, and the Chief Fire Officer, Mr. Marlon Gentle, and of course, the Commissioner of Police, Acting Chief of Staff, in addition to the Minister of Public Security, Prime Minister, and Minister of Legal Affairs, who were normal members of the National Security Committee, were all there. So we were able to craft a response to the fact that the present Guyana Georgetown prison is not in a usable condition. At least most of it has been destroyed and cannot be used. So our immediate task was to ensure the safety of the population by making sure that prisoners were not let loose on society. And this is being done. As I speak, the Minister of Public Security is continuing to meet with his heads of services who are going to plan how the prisoners are going to be accommodated over the next 24, 36, and 48 hours. We are sure that we'll be able to move some prisoners to Mazaruni, some will probably go to Lusignan, and some may go to Mary. So I expect that within a very short period of time, like 12 hours, all of the prisoners will be back in secure accommodation.
Now, obviously, at a time like this, people will be concerned. There'll be some level of anxiety, particularly in the city. What can we say to Guyanese people in terms of their own security on the ground? What is being done to ensure security and return a situation to a level of normalcy?
Well, the government is acting very quickly to ensure that the prisoners are caught, but more important that those prisoners who were previously accommodated at the Georgetown prison are in fact kept in a secure place. And this is our task overnight, Sunday night. And I'm very confident that by Monday morning, the prisoners will be in secure accommodation. So Guyanese could be assured that they are not going to be prisoners roaming all about the city or the countryside, that they are accommodated for. In fact, an interesting aspect of all that took place this afternoon was that many prisoners were helping to put the fires out and to save documents in the office, which is quite remarkable. So I would like to assure Guyanese that the government is working very hard overnight to recapture the prisoners, to put those prisoners who have actually been displaced on the proper accommodation, and bring normalcy back to the prison service. As you know, this has been a very serious problem over the years. The Georgetown prison definitely cannot accommodate the number of people who are kept there. Several of them have been remanded, maybe as many as half of the prison population in Georgetown are in remand. So once again, we are taking action along with the judiciary to make sure that prisoners should not be remanded for petty offenses, stealing cell phones and dealing with a few joints of ganja or something like that. But there are far too many people on remand, and the magistracy must act more quickly to ensure that people who are charged with offenses are punished and taken out of the prison system. So we know what the problems are. We have already started to take action on the Commission of Inquiry report into the prison riot in 2016. The public knows very well that we are building a huge new prison at Mazaruni and that we are effecting repairs to the others. So we did take action on the Commission of Inquiry report, and we did take action to attempt to reduce the prison population and, of course, enhance and strengthen the existing infrastructure.
Your Excellency, even as we are speaking here, we just received reports that prison officer Udingo Wickham has succumbed to a gunshot injury while receiving treatment at the Georgetown Public Hospital. This combined, of course, with reports of escapes. There are some escapees, a small number of escapees, and concern of citizens for their general safety and the safety of the prison officers themselves and their well-being. How do you respond to this as head of state?
Well, we did receive reports that there had been gunshots, and regrettably, we learned later that one of the persons who had been shot was a prison officer, and he's now died. We are not aware of any other injuries, although there must be some because of the nature of the fire, and fatalities. So as we are now, we are still waiting to get information on further injuries and fatalities. But we regret the loss of life, and I would like at this point in time to extend sympathy to the family of the prison officer who is confirmed dead. And obviously we are concerned about the loss of life, and we're trying to get information from within the prison to see whether any other persons were killed and other persons were injured. So from a human point of view, you know, we are anxious that the prisoners, even though some of them might have been responsible for the breakout, they are safe from injury, and they are kept in a situation overnight at which they could be no menace to society.